since you have used the word GPS, I have found another
What did I do?
analogy for goals. How about we call them destinations? And
My fun-loving business partner.
welcome to the first episode in July for the Time Fix. And we have some fun episodes lined up for this month. And let's kickstart that with the obvious one. I think that one should be talking about in July. Not obvious for everybody, but it's that time of the year again, isn't it, LD?
Oh, yes. It's all about goals.
It's all about goals. And
I know I brought down the energy here, but no, it's all about goals.
Yes, but let me put this in context. We are here in Australia. We have the financial year, actually, let me just clarify, is coming to an end on the 30th of June. Lots of business owners, small to medium, even larger business owners are talking to their accountants, tax planning, looking at their numbers, trying to figure out what happened in this past year and seeing where they want to head going forward in the next financial year and what that financial year should look like. And hence, the beginning of July starts to become really important for all of us here in Australia, right?
So we're talking about the dirty word, goals.
Goals. Yes, not many people like this word goals. So just if you don't like the word goals, go with what you feel comfortable with, right? Go with targets, go with intentions, go with goalposts, go with a step in the ladder, go with a landing in the staircase, whatever you like to call it, just call it whatever you want to. But we are going to stick with the words goals, just to make it easy for everybody else to understand.
Did you notice that I was quiet?
Yes, because I like to talk. Anyway,
No, it's not that. I mean, yes, I in my behavioral makeup, I do have a fair bit that actually likes talking about goals, but I also have that other side, the dark side, that does feel like, what for? Really? Goals again? I won't achieve. I won't reach them. Goals?
I know. And that's why we said that it's not for everybody. And if you're only just tuning in to our podcast, what we will be talking about in this podcast is we are going to be alluding to a lot of the time-centric archetypes that we talk about quite often. But if you haven't heard about us talk about what those are, go back a couple of episodes and listen to us describe the time-centric archetypes, because we don't have time to explain all of that here, or we have all of those descriptions on our website as well. But that's what we are going to talk about, isn't it?
How about we talk a little bit about who likes to set them, who doesn't like to set them, what does it look like?
Yes.
What makes them stick and what doesn't make them stick, and so on. Because I do believe that we're talking about goals here that are, it's one of those words.
Yes.
Really. I mean, yes, I was joking with goals, but not really.
No.
The reality is that depending on how you are naturally wired,
Yes.
you will relate easier to them or not.
Yeah.
And some archetypes and some behavioral styles will enjoy more having those goals clearly set and so on than others. But I also need to point out and to put it out there that if you don't have goals or intentions, or you name it, whatever you might want to call them, it's like jumping in a car and telling your GPS, take me somewhere. We're somewhere. So I think that it is important to have some sort of direction.
Yes.
I also believe that we need to mention that goals are not set in stone. And we do say this about a lot of things, but especially goals are not set in stone.
Yeah. Yeah. And you have to really understand that. So let's land that thought. A lot of the times people feel like if I have set an XYZ goal, that is it. I cannot change it. I cannot adapt. I cannot pivot. I cannot I cannot do anything. That's what it is. And that's all it will be.
And if I don't hit that goal, then I failed.
Then I failed. That's right. And we are here to tell you that that's not true. If you are looking at goals like something that is a stick that's hanging over your head and you absolutely must measure up to that stick, that's not true. We are here to tell you that it's just a little direction that you give yourself in order for you to move towards.
I mean, you can look at it from a lot of different perspectives, but definitely molding and changing and adapting goals to what's happening in your life and in your business is essential, because otherwise it becomes that unusable tool.
Yes. And before we move on, I'm just going to say is that there are lots of things that will happen around you that are beyond your control, that will cause you to pivot a little bit. So accepting that that's going to happen.
And we will talk about this
Yes.
a little bit more in depth in the next episodes.
Yes.
But let's go back to the fun part, because we love
Yes.
people.
Yes.
And we do know that understanding what goals can mean to you and why there's a bigger chance or a smaller chance to failing at achieving them is important. Because the more you understand it, the easier it becomes to make them realistic. The easier it is for them to become truly your compass.
100%. And without compass, even sophisticated aircrafts don't go anywhere. Imagine you being in an airplane and suddenly the pilot says, oh my God. So for example, if you're going to America, some cities, say New York, and suddenly the pilot, oh my God, where is New York? Can you imagine what will happen? It doesn't work like that, does it?
Let's go left. It's really important to have a bit of clarity around.
Yes.
And it's a word that weighs a lot nowadays. It's not like it used to be, and we measure ourselves according to whether we have achieved it or not. And I think we should cut ourselves a little bit of a slack.
Yes.
And often, I mean, just the other day we were working with one of our favorite clients.
Yes.
And they are what we call time sitters.
Yes.
So, the yes people, your doers, and so on. And he has a beautiful team.
Yeah.
And when we asked, what's the goal? Well, for the business to thrive.
Yeah.
And what does it look like? Well, we're making money. Great. So, and what does it look like? And we just went on to this
Back and forth.
But it was nothing concrete. And when I asked the question, so what's the fear around putting a clear boundary or a clear number to where you need to go? And it was like, oh, but what if we don't make it?
Yeah.
What if we don't make it? And this is a typical one, because all your time sitters will have an aversion against setting goals, and in their mind they already failed it.
Yeah, and that's one of the biggest things. They would be the first ones to tell you, what if I don't get there? Because their biggest fear is that subconsciously they're worried about what people might think if they don't get to the goal. Now, if they have written it down and committed to it, now everybody knows about it. Now, since everybody knows about it, somehow
it's
even
non-negotiable.
if it becomes non-negotiable, and then suddenly they'll be like, they'll kill themselves trying to get there, but not have the courage to pivot because they are really worried about what people might think.
And remember, this is the archetype that typically is afraid that they will run out of time.
Yes.
So there's other motivators behind it that influence the success of a goal. And yes, we started with the people who struggle with setting those goals.
Yes.
But we also know that there's a lot of archetypes two archetypes out there that enjoy
setting
a
goals.
goal.
Actually, they do.
They have different motivators, though.
Yes. Yes.
One is all about that purpose.
Yes.
And the goal becomes their essence and their driver and their everything, while the other one is approaching it from a whole different perspective.
Absolutely. So the ones that are driven by purpose are called time treasurers, which you and I have a little bit of both. Both of us have that in us.
Not
in
a
a
little
large
bit.
number. We are quite purposeful in what we do, and not just in our work life, but in our personal lives as well.
Yeah.
We are quite purposeful in choosing the activities that we want to, and we cannot survive if we don't have that purpose in life. However, Time Bender, which I have a little bit of in myself, is all about variety and what is fun in life, and how do I get there? It's not just one purpose in life. They have multiple.
The goal is more like, the traffic controller. This way, please. This way, please.
Yes.
That's pretty much
They do require a bit of direction in life, because they can easily get off track and they can easily fall off the bandwagon, so to speak. And if they didn't have that direction, they would never get anywhere in life.
And I suppose both of these archetypes, the treasurers and the benders, find it easy to set some goals. How realistic, how not realistic, that's a whole different conversation. And we would have to go into their planning style and a lot of other things before we can talk about it in depth. But they find it easy to set goals, and they find it easy to pivot.
Yes.
Now, your sitters, we started with them.
Yes.
And of course, your validators, who are your process-driven people. Well, they are a whole different ball game.
Absolutely. Mainly because they have...
I'm going to give you an example.
Yes,
I have a good one.
Yes.
My husband, my beautiful husband, I absolutely love him and adore him. We finally decided to put a battery to our solar system. It only took me 6 years to get him over the line.
Yes.
It kind of tells you something. And the battery finally is turned on. Thank you, Chase Renewables, for it. And my amazing husband walks out, looks at the battery, cloudy as is, as in, rain and not a sunbeam. Our battery sits on 10%.
Yes.
And he's like, this will never make us the money back.
Yes.
I'm like, mate, let's wait a little. We don't have numbers to make that assumption.
Yes.
I did the maths, remember, before we even committed to this, and we paid for it. And we both agreed that the maths add up and we should do it. Nah, this will never make it. Mm-hmm. Now, that's pretty much your validator.
Yes.
He does not have the driver of a future goal.
Yes.
When I said that it's going to pay itself at worst case scenario in 8 years, that was like saying it's in the next century.
Yes. And what if we don't survive till the next century? What will happen?
You see what I mean?
Yes.
And this is coming not from the fact that he's not smart enough to see that far, or he's not good enough to make those assumptions and so on. It purely comes from the fact that the data that he has at his fingertips right now is the 10% that he sees on the battery.
Yes.
And the fact that there's no sun.
Yes. And also that's where a lot of these things come from for sitters and validators. They are past experience based kind of people. They draw their future decisions based on what they have seen in the past or what is available to them right now.
Now he's going to change his mind when we hit summer.
Yes.
And the battery will not keep up with producing electricity. But right now, it's that, what if it's not going to make it?
Yes.
What if this was a bad investment?
Yes.
We're in that negative what if space.
Yes.
And I think that's very important to mention, that when it comes to setting goals,
yes,
if you know that you are a process-driven person, or if you know that you are that nurturer who says yes to everything, it's essential to know that there's always a flip side.
Yes.
And you need to trust historical data. And if you don't have historical data, then bring in someone who can help you with seeing the future that you don't see.
Yes, and let's just kind of unpack that. So if you are one of those business owners that sits within that space where setting goals becomes a bit daunting, like Ildi said, go and find yourself somebody. Does not have to be a fancy coach or a consultant or anybody. Does not have to be that, but somebody who can help you see a little bit further in the future. Now, it does not always have to be a 10-year plan.
No.
Even if 2 years
Though in
feels...
this case, it would be useful.
Yes. In one example, yes. But in your business, if 10-year plans feel a bit daunting, find
smaller.
yourself something smaller. How far can you go? If you can go 2 years, it can be a 2-year goal. If it is a year, it can be a year goal. If it is as small as 6 months, it's okay. But setting some goals
Is
becomes
important.
essential and important.
And it's a skill that you need to develop.
Yes.
It's not going to happen overnight.
No.
And when you make decisions based on data at your fingertips, it's really hard to make long-term visionary type of
Yes.
goals. It's not impossible.
No.
It's just harder.
Yes.
But then on the flip side, for those people who are always in that goal setting space and it just
Visionary
comes easy,
space.
visionary space, and it's easy to play in that space. I think the challenge there is to find people around you who can ground you.
And also break it down for you.
And make sure that it's not just, a goal like, I'm going to have breakfast on the moon next year, this
Yes.
time next year, because that might not happen.
Yes.
We're not there yet.
No.
I'm not saying that, miracles do happen.
Yes.
But realistically, and this is where I say, you need that side to bring you down to earth a little bit and ground you in what's really truly possible and fill in those gaps.
Yes.
Because probably one of our biggest challenges is that both of us are in that visionary space when
Yes.
it comes to
And
setting goals.
I think you've hit a mark there a little bit by using the word yet. The word yet is very powerful.
Absolutely.
When you say, I haven't achieved that yet, there's a possibility in it. And it allows you to propel forward. And that's another thing that is, again, a learned thing. The more you say it to yourself, the easier it becomes to see in the future and hold on to that possibility that certain things are going to come to you.
At the end of the day, goals are really just your GPS.
They are.
I mean, yes, there can be some goalposts that are non-negotiable.
Yes.
Without them, you don't survive and so on. But at the end of the day, they are literally a guidance system.
Yes. Now, since you have used the word GPS, I have found another
What did I do?
analogy for goals. How about we call them destinations? There you go, which means you can enjoy the journey towards your destination. And
My fun-loving business partner.
why not? Let's enjoy the journey towards this beautiful destination that you are looking to create for yourself. And with that, if you haven't heard us in the past and you're just joining us, go back and listen to a lot of our other podcasts that will help you and guide you towards how you can think about goals. And if you have just joined us, don't forget to subscribe and follow us so that you can keep up with our next episodes as they get released week after week.